So there's this great op-ed in the New York Times about the hour between babe and hag. And the idea is that it's ageism and sexism in one. So as women are either considered too young or too old, how that affects their careers. So as the writers go on to say, there seems to be about 10 years when you can hope to be taken seriously at work. And the ante for even sitting in the game means you better be dressed appropriately, whatever that means. At all times and at every age. You better act as if you don't have kids or convey in the most overt way possible that they're always being taken care of by somebody else and never cause a single work-life conflict. That actually happened to me before too. I remember one time I was on a shoot. I'm a photographer, and it's a client I worked with a ton. And right there, I mean, she did have like diarrhea of the mouth, but during that shoot, she said, "Oh, I always like to hire so-and-so," insert male name here, because he never has to run home to the kids because his wife can always do that. So the article goes on to say, from ages 18 to 30, women report age discrimination. So you're too young. But then from about 30 to 40 or 45, maybe you're a competent woman. Now, they see men differently. Like an 18 to 30-year-old man will be seen as more competent just for the sheer fact of his gender. And then as women reach the age of, let's say, 50, it starts to get very ageist. And just again, we're talking about women specifically. And then 55, it just like shoots up. And in addition to that, as it goes on to say, the impact is even greater for women who hold multiple marginalized identities. You know, there's a reason for the laws that we have, like for interviews, that they're not allowed to ask you if you have kids. They're not allowed to ask you that because they could use that against you. Having kids is seen as a real negative attribute as a woman for your career and as a real boost for your career as a man. So what can be done about this? It's a multiple-fold issue needing to be tackled. But one of the things is that we do have to embrace aging better as society individually as well, because you can't do this with society if you're not doing it internally. And then if you're in a position of hiring people, you have to make sure that you keep an eye on your own internal biases, right? Your subconscious biases. So as they go on to say up here, if you're in a position to dole out career opportunities, you should offer well-earned assignments to young women, and let's insert also older women, on the same criteria you give them to young men and older men. All right, I'm putting the authors' names down below, and let me know what you think. Are you experiencing it? Are you worried about it? Are you making sure you hire people, women of all ages, based on actual expertise? I'd love to hear from you.